Yeah, really, I'm just personable and really open to anybody, and I can relate to a lot of people as well. I mean, I know it was the Ravens, the Dolphins. I keep forgetting, but I met with about 11 so far. Yeah. Not yet, no. Yeah. I have met with the Falcons. That was my first meeting. I mean, it went great. We just watched my film a little bit, critiqued some things I could fix, and then went over some of my good plays, just walking them through techniques and stuff like that. I don't remember, but being in LA, I can't forget. Yeah, I mean, I forget if who I run into when I was there. Yeah, I have met with the Bucks. Yeah. I think it went great too, especially my boy Joe Tryon over there. I'd love to play alongside him, so it went great. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Just curious if any NFL teams that won the meetings that talked about your versatility and how they want to specifically plug you into their specific package.
Yeah.
What's their defense and which teams you appreciate the conversation with?
I mean, I appreciate that conversation with all the teams. I mean, they talked about my pass rush capabilities that bring me in. That's the biggest thing that they need, and they talked about. But I mean, my versatility as a dropper as well, dropping in the coverage and playing the run as well with the TFLs I had. Yeah. I haven't met with the Eagles yet. No.
You don't hear too many players medically retired. Talk
Yeah.
about that moment from your journey from that moment to where you are today.
Well, really, it was just, being told you'd never be able to play football again. I never let it get the best of me. I mean, I continuously worked out, continuously got stronger, continuously worked, my pass rush moves and stuff like that, and really just locked in, never gave up on my dreams. I had dreams of being in this moment, being in the NFL since a kid, and I never gave up on that. And, God was with me through it all, and, He really blessed me and to be here in this moment.
What were your biggest support systems through that process between your family and your coaches and teams?
It was my mom. I mean, she was texting me, motivational quotes, sending me songs, stuff like that. And then Coach Malloy, like a father figure to me, he was there for me through it all, and understood what I wanted to do, and that I was working my way back to playing football again.
What songs?
I don't remember what songs. There's a lot of country songs. I'm a country person, yeah, but a lot of motivational quotes and stuff like that helped me kind of get through what I was going through. Yeah. I mean, it's my bending ability at the top of the rush, being able to get under those tackles and making it hard for them to counter back and block me at the top of the rush. I mean, no teams have talked about any kind of concern. Really, just talk about my pass rush and going through certain clips and stuff like that. Never was a concern for them. No, sir. I mean, being out here, I mean, I haven't been doing too many medicals out here. I just like everyone else.
Your career is remarkably similar to Jalen Phillips of the Dolphins.
Yeah.
How familiar are you with what he went through? Have you ever been in touch with him to get any advice?
I haven't been in touch with him at all, and I got there I got there like a year before he left, but I was able to watch him against Cincinnati when I was on my official visit, and seeing him destroy like O-line stuff like that before he left to Miami. But I know that he went through something similar where he was almost medically retired, or pretty much medically retired, and I heard about that, and it's definitely encouraging to hear that. It's definitely helps me get through a lot too. Yeah. I mean, playing with him and learning, I can never learn, enough about pass rush and the game. I mean, it'd be, a great opportunity for me to get better and level up, really. Yeah.
You said your bend is your go-to. So what's your first, your second move off of that? Your next
Yeah. Well, my go-to move is the Euro chop, and then the bend is really just me getting under the tackles and kind of launching myself towards that quarterback, getting really as tight to the ground as I can.
What's more important, hands or feet as a pass rusher? If you had to rank it.
I feel like it's my feet, because sometimes you can get choppy and stuff like that. You can still throw the hands, but if you have choppy feet, you're not really getting anywhere. So it's really important that you gain ground and that you keep a good stride. I mean, I feel like it does. I mean, I'm very open and stuff like that, and when I'm on the field, I get excited, and I can't wait to go out there. Pastors can't wait to go out there and play the run, and I feel like it gets me through a lot. Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, I'm very open and stuff like that, and I get nervous with things like that, but through time, it gets better. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I'm meeting here yet. I still got to check certain formal interviews, but they could be flying me out and stuff like that through those 30-day visits. But yeah, I'm still talking with them. Yeah.
What is it you want to prove out on the field?
Really, I want to prove that I'm continuously getting stronger, faster, and hitting the numbers that I want, and definitely in the drill work that I'm smooth and crisp, and that's not changed since the season. Shoot. Really just all like low numbers and everything that you expect, a pass rush to have. I mean, the brotherhood aspect. I mean, you're in that locker room with the guys, you're seeing them literally 24/7, especially when you're going to school and stuff like that, seeing them all the time. I mean, I can't appreciate that enough, and I love all my brothers back at UCLA, and I got close with a lot of dudes here at Exos, Arizona, and, it makes a lot of things easier knowing that you're going through the same things with those guys. Yeah, thanks, man. I mean, just the fact that I keep on rising, as a player, as a person, as a man on and off the field, and that you continues to see me get better and hitting those double-digit sacks every year. Max Crosby. I mean, the way he plays the game. I mean, he's a madman, and the way he gets after it in the run, and I can't look up to him enough, and especially T.J. Watt too. I mean, he's another dude that hits that Euro chop really clean.
You ever met Max?
I haven't met Max. I talked to him on the phone a little bit. He's giving me some tips and stuff like that. And then in the coming weeks, I'll be able to watch some film with him and get some field work with him. Actually, yeah.
What with the adversity you have, what have you learned about yourself through that process that maybe help you be a better pro or help you
Yeah.
forward your career?
I didn't develop the saying, but there's a saying, like your last, and I take that into the classroom, I take it into the meeting room, I'm writing at the top of my notes, really just reminding me to do everything like it's your last. Not even just playing football, but, when I'm studying and stuff like that, really just knowing that, this could be my last, opportunity to do it, this could be my last time doing it, and, to really remind myself, give it all you got.
Is there a low point you can identify or a point where you said, I'm going to get through this and be okay?
Yeah. I mean, every time I was told, you probably wouldn't be able to play football again, I mean, it wasn't a low point. I kind of just took it for what it was, and it was hard not being able to play football in the sport that I love, like since the age of 6. I mean, but I really just locked in, told myself, don't worry about what they're saying. God has a plan, and I made it this far.
When you think back to the game against USC last season, what was it like in that game specifically?
I mean, it was crazy getting after Caleb Williams. I mean, we didn't really let him escape the pocket too much. He made throws just because he's a great quarterback, but it was great playing against him. I mean, me and the Twins had two-way goals pretty much all the time, getting after him, and then with Carl as a spy, I mean, we really just dominated that game.
How does he challenge you as a defense? As a quarterback that is able to get mobile?
I mean, as soon as you beat that first man, you got to be ready for him to scramble. You got to be ready for him to, escape the pocket, and he does that very well, and he's really tough to get down as well. I haven't met with the Packers yet, no. I haven't, no. I think I do have a scheduled meeting with them coming up, and we got a lot of informal, so they can come grab me too. Yeah. I would say so. Yeah, especially who we played and stuff like that. And I got to give credit to Michael Penix and Bo Nix as well.
Does it hurt you to have to say that about a USC guy?
I mean, it doesn't hurt so much, but I mean, we got the win that last season, so that helps. I mean, I didn't see that coming. I mean, it's all the best to him, and I'll still keep in touch with him and everything. He's just such a great coach and a great person, and I love to see Coach Foster taking that head job too. I mean, he's gonna do great things there.
I'm sure you'd like to play for any team in the NFL, but what would it be for you to play in Chicago?
I mean, shoot, I'll play anywhere, but playing in Chicago, I mean, I've never been out that way, but I can adapt. I can, certain environments, stuff like that, so it won't be a problem. Yeah.
How many conversations have you had with them?
I've had a formal meeting with them, and then I don't know if we'll have an informal, but yeah.
So they do this golf or putt to try to test, the competitive.
Yeah, you're right.
What did you pick?
I did the darts because golf. I took up golf. I did golf for the first time in Arizona, and I sucked. But he had me do the darts, and I was almost close to getting a bullseye, but that was pretty surprising to me that they had me do that. They just had me do it myself, and I got really close to that bullseye. But I mean, that was so funny to me that they had me do that. Really, that like I'm competitive, and within the darts, I feel like when they were telling me, okay, get a bullseye, like I would come close every time. So really, just when they told me to do something, that I'd really do it. Yeah.
When you were in Atlanta
I was always focused on the journey, but I got to be smart as well, and just in that aspect. And firefighting was big for me. I do a lot of firefighter workouts while I was away too, and stuff like that. So I mean, football didn't work out, and especially after all of this, I'd love to get into firefighting and work my way up to chief. So yeah. I mean, he didn't explain it to me that way. He just looked at my scans and cleared me, and because he's had guys with the similar stuff too, like with Danielle Hunter, Peyton Manning, and really just told me that I'd be able to play football. So that was a blessing. It was yeah. Yeah. I don't know if Coach Lake was still there when we played Washington in 2022, but you're asking when I was there? Yeah. I mean, I wish I was able to see him with the Falcons. He wasn't there. He wasn't there yesterday or 2 days ago. But I mean, he's such a great coach. He knows how to work the back end well, and let the front seven, kind of eat. And he's such a great coach. And I was really hoping I got to see him, but I'll see him down the road. Yeah. It was a formal one. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they got Vita Vea inside and, a really good, nose and tackle. So, I mean, I feel like I fit in well. I get those one-on-ones on the outside. And, I mean, especially playing with Joe Tryon, he was a big bro to me when I was at Washington, really taking me under his wing and showing me what success looks like. And to be there with him would be, inspiring as well and motivational, yeah. Yeah. Really, it was just I talked to certain stations while in LA, and then kind of just doing certain workouts that they do. Like they put the vest on. They're like walking up like the stairs, Stairmaster. I think that's what that's called. Doing it for like literally 10 minutes with like 50 pounds on your chest. So I was doing certain workouts like that just to get me ready for if that was the next step I took. But all the while I was still working pass rush and my football abilities. No, I haven't gone down the pole. Bucket list, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I spend a lot of time, especially during the season. I always at least get, because the bodies, you got to recover and stuff like that. But, me and I take a lot of my D-line boys with me. And after every workout, after every practice, we're at least getting 10 minutes in where we're working either footwork, we're working hands and stuff like that, really making sure that we're polished and making things, better than it was the past week. And especially in the off season, that extra work, I'm probably getting around like 8 to 10 hours, a week. And that's the minimum, and you can never get better at what you're doing. Yeah, really just to when I'm taking on certain pullers and stuff like that, really just taking it on more violently and coming down, screaming the line, and working my hands within the run, just a lot more crisper. Yeah.
Say you darts for the Bears.
Yeah.
It's unusual. Any other teams do anything like that?
No other teams did anything like that. I walked in, they were like playing golf. I'm like, what is this? And because they're gonna have me do golf, I was like, I can't play golf. Like I'm not good. And then they had me on the darts. I was like, is this real?
But no other teams.
Yeah, no other teams had me do that. Yeah.
Is it correct that back in high school you were working in the cafeteria to help pay for tuition?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so I did that pretty much every day. I was working in the cafeteria. They get you free food as well, but help pay for tuition and stuff like that. And I mean, it was cool because I got to do a lot of boys that I grew up with, and I got close with a lot of the chefs out there too. So just meeting a lot of people, and it was very, very, very cool moment. Yeah.
What was better, the free tuition or the free food?
The free food, free food, because every day they'd have either and we had good food at my school. It was an all boy Catholic, and very honored and blessed to that I got to go there and learn a lot of great things from that school. And yeah, but the free food you can't beat. The free food tastes the best. Really just learning more about myself, about my teammates. Making an impact on the team, on the field. Helping with that to get a win every week as much as I can. No matter what I'm doing, at least helping as much as I can get those wins. And man, if I get that starting role, I'd be a dream come true as well. Nothing right now. Really, I've just been focusing on the combine and then pro day leading up, and then the draft and stuff like that. But once I hit these numbers and I attain these goals, those are the next goals that I'll create. Thank you, sir. Really just expecting that, what a D-line would hit, what a pass rush would hit, what everything that you'd expect, but really just hitting those low numbers, fast numbers, and look very crisp and smooth in the drills. Definitely a low 4.7 or a sub 4.7. Yeah, before yeah. How far were the what?
How far were the putts?
Oh no, it was like only like 4 feet away. But I was like, I don't know if I can. Got to work on my golf game. I enjoy really just meeting a lot of other dudes that, I've heard about, all season long, and really just getting to know them too. And that, they're pretty much just like me and just like anyone else, and really personable, and really just getting close with them and stuff like that. And, learn a lot more about myself on the field and stuff like that too. Not to let my hips get so vertical in my pass rush, and, just making, my game a lot more crisp. What's crazy is I was so nervous, like with all the interview prep leading up, and that I'll get some crazy question, but nothing crazy so far. I mean, I still got 2 more formal interviews, so we'll see. We'll see if I get those.
Have you met with the Cowboys during the process?
You said what?
Have you met with the Cowboys during the process?
I've not so far, not yet. But the informal, I think that they were trying to get me to do a little informal interview, so that'll probably come this evening. Yeah.
Talk about your last mantra.
Yeah.
Expand on that a little more.
Well, really, like when I was being told that you never be able to play football again, and I kind of not developed it, but reminded myself about that saying, like your last, and I took it into the meeting rooms, I took it into the classroom as well, and really every aspect of my life, writing at the top of my notes, in my journal and stuff like that, really just reminding myself to do everything like it's your last. Like even this interview, even like everything I'm doing here, like you never know when it's going to be the last time you get to do something that you love, and it's really just reminding me, to continuously do that, and thank God for the gifts that He's given me. My favorite class in school? My favorite class, I think it was at Washington. We had like a Polynesian class. It was literally like a Polynesian football class, and a bunch of the boys were in and stuff like that. But learning about my culture, because it's crazy as well. But I forgot what that is. Like Polynesian in football, but it was a crazy class to take. I didn't think there was going to be a class like that in college. Yeah.
All right, thanks, guys.
Appreciate you guys. Yeah, thank you. I can take this.
Yeah.